Hey everybody, hey, it's Dr. Julie Steinauer. I'm coming to you live today from my office. I wanted to do a video. We're trying to do one of these every single week, spotlighting a different patient experience that we have in our clinic. And so tonight I want to talk to you about amblyopia. And we're going to highlight an adult patient that we have. I actually saw her today. Her name is Deb. And Deb's pretty awesome. She's been with our clinic for a little while and she's having some amazing results. So let's talk about that. I'm going to show you a couple of her tests that she did. Okay, so this is a test that we do. I have to look here, guys, so my eyes are going to divert away as I'm talking about it. So they see this image in the center as they're looking through an instrument, and then if their eyes are working together well as a unit, they'll have an image superimposed on each side that they will trace. In this particular test, this was Deb's very first time doing this, and she actually did really well for being amblyopic. Also having an eye turn that was in and also an eye turn up. Every now and then she sporadically also had an eye turn out, I believe. And so there was a lot going on with Deb when she first came in, and double vision. And so you can see this one right here is shifted over a little bit. See how the circle kind of comes outside of here. And you can tell there's a difference in spacing, say from here to here versus here to here. And this size is a little bit more consistent. So now let's look at one that she took that was more recent, or one that she did. Okay, so now this is more recent of one. And on this one, we can see it's a little bit more symmetrical. So as it's a little bit more symmetrical, it looks a little bit more size appropriate. All right, so she's drawing, it's not shifting around, which tells us that her eyes are actually lining up better. The shifting out of the circle, or the circle out of the box, kind of meant that an eye was turning when she was doing that activity. Okay, now I'm going to show you one other set of tests, and we're going to talk about what amblyopia is a little bit more. If you hop on the replay, let me know that you're hopping on the replay. If you hop on here live today, certainly feel free to ask me any questions that you have. So as we carry on talking about amblyopia and what's going on with our patient Deb, this was another test that we did. This is called a VO star. And on this one, we can kind of see there was a little bit of a difference between one eye over the other. She wasn't coordinating the information quite the same. It was off just up and down vertically just a little bit, and one side's kind of open-ended here. As we talk about how the brain coordinates the information from the two eyes together, it's important that we see it become more symmetrical. And then if we take a look at this one, we can see that the size is getting a little bit better. We're a little bit better appropriately matched from side to side. We have a little bit of an outlier going on here with these two lines, but it's kind of looking more symmetrical. And if I do a side by side, which is maybe a little tough, especially with the lighting this time of day, I have to get it super high, but here we go, there's a side by side, okay? All right, so now, when Deb first came to see us, she had, like I said, a lot of things were going on with her vision. She was struggling a lot, but her eyesight was about 20/60. And today she measured non-amblyopic 20/25 in both eyes, which means that her eyesight came down dramatically from where she started in with us at. And she's been in therapy roughly about 29 weeks with us, and so her eyesight is totally and completely normalized. She did not have any evidence of an eye turn at all with any of the testing that she did today. And so Deb is actually doing fantastic right now for us. So what is amblyopia? What the heck am I talking about here today? Well, amblyopia is where the condition exists where one eye doesn't see quite as well. It can actually happen for a lot of reasons. So it can happen as a result of an eye turn. The eyesight might not develop in the eye properly if the eye is turned. Also might notice that we don't see as well in a particular eye if one eye has a really high prescription over the other eye. So a big imbalance, we call that anisometropia in the office, but a big imbalance like that will cause an eye not to develop eyesight quite as well. And there can be some other issues. There might have been some difficulty with birth and development and all of that kind of thing that can factor in there. Those are some of our biggest reasons, though, the two biggest reasons why we would notice and see something going on as far as an amblyopic eye. So after about 29, 30 weeks here of therapy, then Deb is not amblyopic anymore. She's using her two eyes more appropriately. She's not having any double vision anymore. She's not having headaches anymore. She's not experiencing motion sickness or any kinds of dizziness at all anymore. And the only thing that we kind of still we've got to get past with Deb is her fear of driving long distances, because she's had so many problems with vision issues in the past. So Deb has made some awesome progress, has just come so far in the short amount of time that we've been seeing her, and we're super excited to see how things end up for Deb. She has a little bit of time left with our clinic, but again, today we're kind of spotlighting and talking a little bit about amblyopia, what that is, which is an eye that doesn't see quite as well as the opposite eye. But that's not the case anymore, so Deb is not considered to be amblyopic at all anymore. Amazing results. She works super hard. We're very proud of her as an adult patient. It's super hard to be committed to doing therapy, and so I commend her for working so hard. So we're going to do a round of applause for Deb. I hope that you enjoyed this information. I would love it if you pass it on. And you know, what's common is if you know someone who's amblyopic, or if you know someone who has a child who's amblyopic, tag them in this video and show them some of the things that are possible. It's possible to see better. It doesn't matter what your age is. I won't give away Deb's age. I will say that she's an adult patient. All right, and I'll say that she's over 40. So with that, I hope you love this today. Again, tag someone if you know somebody who's amblyopic. We would love to be able to help them. Please contact our office. You can go to our website, all that good stuff, and check me out on YouTube, all of that as well. For more information, then check out those little areas, and certainly always feel free to just contact and call our clinic. All right, with that, guys, I'm going to say thanks for tuning in, and have an awesome night.